YouTubers who disappeared without a trace by Visual Venture. What's up with you, Visual? Talk to me.
I've been warned by like federal agencies and like district attorneys and stuff that like, don't do this or we'll come and get you.
The investigators had found one.
Oh, also y'all, look what my girl did. Crazy, man. Crazy. Love that woman.
Yes. His pants.
Yep.
His knife sleeve. And they found one other thing.
But his keys and wallet are missing.
Yeah, they're gone.
I don't really know like what would happen if somebody did try to come here and kidnap me, right?
One day, a YouTuber is posting videos. The next day, they disappeared without saying goodbye. But what if they didn't leave by choice? What if something bad actually happened? Today, we're looking at YouTubers who vanished without a trace, ranked from least to most disturbing. So I do want to mention that some people I talk about still have not been found. So my prayers go out to the families of these people, and I hope that one day they find their way back home. Alana G. Alana G made videos about people who vanished. Then one day, she vanished too. Alana's YouTube channel was called
Whoa, man. Visual Venture, bro. Please don't let this happen to you, bro. Come on, man. You're doing the same. This is the same thing that Alana G did.
Paranormal Alana. That's a mix of the word paranormal and her name, Alana. She told stories about unsolved cases, strange legends, and real-life horror. If it was creepy, Alana covered it. By mid-2015, Alana's channel was taking off. She had about 50,000 subscribers and was getting more each day. She even launched a new series, Vampires Over History. But she never got to finish it, because that's when Alana realized she was in danger. In late 2015, Alana realized she had a stalker. They probably found her through her YouTube channel, but this wasn't just some random tries.
Girl, is that an Annabelle doll?
They probably...
See, now you can't be having an Annabelle doll in your shit, bruh.
We found her through her YouTube channel, but this wasn't just some random troll in the comments. The stalker went beyond YouTube and found her Facebook page, and that's when she warned her fans. Alana tweeted, "Had a pretty scary stalking incident, so unfortunately I'm having to change the way I run my social media. No more Facebook." She also explained the seriousness of the situation. She said the stalker sent her a violent death threat, but if she was scared, she didn't show it, because her last tweet was a warning directed at the stalker. It said, "My uncle is a cop, the other two are criminal lawyers. Violently threatening me online will always turn out badly for you." It was a bold move. She hoped it would work. But after that, Alana vanished from the internet. On September 3rd, 2015, Alana deleted her YouTube channel with over 50,000 subscribers. Her Facebook page also vanished. Her Twitter account disappeared. Her Instagram went offline. Even her vlogging channel was erased. It all disappeared in a single day. But what made it stranger was the timing. Just days earlier, Alana was planning new videos with other YouTubers.
That nigga got a hold of her shit and deleted everything. What a... Oh my god, bro. Take my money, bro. Take my money, bro. Take some of my possessions if you want. Do not delete my fucking YouTube channel and Twitch.
Just a few weeks before her disappearance, Alana and I were discussing a collaboration video. I've openly mentioned this to a number of people, so the community seems to think I have answers, and sadly, I do not.
So what changed? Why would someone who was growing fast suddenly delete everything? People had theories. Some believed the stalker scared her offline. Others feared something worse. All anyone knows is she never came back. Alana vanished without a trace. This next case is about a YouTuber who
oh my god, she hasn't been found.
Took too many risks. Nicholas Sonderegger. Nicholas Sonderegger was only 28 when he vanished, but the most tragic part wasn't his age. It was how weird everything was the night he disappeared. Nothing made sense, not to the cops, his friends, or even his family. So what happened? Nicholas Sonderegger loved to dance. So much so, he started a YouTube channel to share it with the world. He called his channel Sunspike. What made it stand out was how Nick turned everyday places into dance floors. Rooftops, sidewalks, riverbanks, it didn't matter. Nick danced everywhere. He even made a video called Dancing with Cows. By 2017, Nick posted 79 videos. He had less than 3,000 subscribers, but they loved him. Nick looked carefree when he danced on camera, but off camera, his life was starting to unravel. Around 2017, Nick lived in San Diego with his best friend Austin. Although they had big dreams, they had almost no money. Then they got evicted from their San Diego home, but instead of giving up, they made a bold move. They packed up and moved to one of the strangest places in California, the Salton Sea. It's a place many call a toxic nightmare.
I've never even heard of this. What the hell is the Salton Sea?
abandoned the area because
gosh.
the air was contaminated with dust and gas that caused health problems. By the time Nick and Austin arrived, it was nearly abandoned, filled with old trailers, broken buildings, and silence.
So what are y'all gonna do? Just get a random house and then rebuild it or some shit?
He didn't rent a place to sleep near.
Imagine your Uber coming to your neighborhood and seeing every single house boarded up, abandoned. I would have been like, hey nigga, I'm dropping this shit off on the sidewalk. I'm out of here. Give me 1 star if you fucking want to. This is my life I'm talking about.
Nearby. They just slept in tents or stayed in whatever old trailer they could find. But Nick never gave up on dancing. He even discovered an abandoned compound and wanted to turn it into a space for dancers. And then tragedy struck. It was around 2 a.m., September 7th, 2018. Nick and Austin were inside their tent in Salton Sea trying to get some sleep. Then they heard a scream.
They were hanging out and doing whatever they were doing, and they heard a scream that sounded like it was coming from the other side of town, which this is a really tiny town.
The Salton Sea wasn't exactly safe at night, but since they both heard the scream, they talked about what to do. Maybe someone needed help. Austin
Nigga, I'm staying my ass inside the tent. What the fuck? Oh my...
suggested they stay put. Nick agreed. At least, Austin thought Nick agreed. Austin turned around and went to sleep. He didn't know it would be the last time he ever saw Nick. When Austin woke up the next morning, he was alone in the tent. Nick was gone. He searched everywhere. Then, just a block from their camp, he found Nick's flashlight lying in the dirt. Austin called the police immediately. Officers searched the shoreline. What they found only made things more confusing.
The investigators had found.
This why you don't leave the tent. Why did y'all leave the tent to discuss it? Why didn't y'all stay inside?
One of his boots,
Yes.
his pants,
Yep.
his knife sleeve, and they found one other thing.
But his keys and wallet are missing.
Yeah, they're gone.
In other words, Nick's belongings were scattered in different spots, not in a pile, just spread out. And then there was the boot. Why was only one boot found? Where was the other one? A few days later, on September 12th, a missing person report was filed. And then things got even weirder. A few days after Nick vanished, Austin returned to an area he already searched. But this time, something new was there. Nick's shirt and hat were just lying on the ground.
Nick's stuff was found. His hat was found. I think I see the trees like right there.
Austin was sure the items weren't there before. That made him wonder if someone placed them there after the search. But who and why? A $10,000 reward was offered for any information about Nick, but no one came forward. But his family didn't give up. 5 months later, in February 2019, a search party combed the area. They found no new clues and no sign of Nick. To this day, Nicholas Sonderegger is still missing. He simply walked into the night and vanished. The next YouTubers went somewhere they shouldn't have.
And when are these? These were like years ago, wasn't they? 2017. When was the first one? I don't know. It doesn't say.
was the beginning of the end. Mac Adventures. Joe and Garrett were
Did
more
any of these people get found, bro? That's 2 out of 2 gone.
than just YouTubers. They were father and son, and they were adventurers. Their channel, called Mac Adventures, started back in 2006. In their About section, their channel, called Mac Adventures, started back in 2006. In their About section, they wrote, "We travel, vlog, blog, podcast, and travel some more." They rode motorcycles across the US, visiting places most people never see.
First road trip ever. Father and son on, I got a Buell, he's got an Intruder, we're gonna go cruising.
It wasn't anything too dangerous though, just genuine father-son adventures. But the fun stopped when they visited one of the most secretive places in America.
Please don't tell me that's Area 51.
Area 51.
Fucking hell, bro. Fucking hell, bro.
After that trip, things were never the same. Area 51 is a top secret military base in Nevada. It's so mysterious that some people believe extraterrestrial aliens are being held there. But Joe and Garrett didn't just go near Area 51, they filmed it.
Okay, here we are, Area 51, back gate. There's dudes in that building right there, they just can't see. Look at the camera looking at us. This camera moved over here.
When they posted the Area 51 video, it blew up. It got more views than any other trip they shared. Their audience wanted more, so they went back again and again. Each time they got bolder. They crossed warning signs. They entered restricted zones. They took pictures of things they weren't supposed to. Soon, they had a series of videos about Area 51.
You guys, oh my God, you guys didn't go missing. Them niggas took you. Alright, bruh.
51. Each time they returned, Joe and Garrett pushed deeper into the restricted zone. They thought they could keep doing it without getting caught. They thought wrong. In early 2017, Joe and Garrett posted their most intense video yet. It was titled Held at Gunpoint by Camo Dudes. This time, they went too deep into Area 51. Armed guards surrounded them with their guns drawn.
Idiots.
Joe and Garrett were searched. Luckily, they were not arrested. They were just ordered to leave.
Listen, we're gonna give you guys a chance, okay? Get on your bikes, get here.
The video ended with Joe and Garrett riding away, but the mood was different. It didn't feel like a fun adventure anymore. It felt like real danger. Not long
Well, no
after that
shit,
video,
man.
Mac Adventures went.
You guys poking the fucking bear, it finally woke up, bruh. Why does my camera look like this? Is it me, or does my camera look like... I guess it could be all the stuff. But yeah, bro, you poking the bear, this shit finally fucking woke up. What do y'all expect?
Completely silent. They stopped posting on YouTube. They stopped replying to fan messages. Their other social media accounts went dormant. Other YouTubers started talking about it, calling it the case of YouTubers who disappeared after being held at Area 51. Some believed they were warned to stop filming. Others thought they were secretly arrested. Years passed with no updates. Then 3 years later, they reappeared. Garrett posted a short video called The Pops and I Are Alive. He wanted to reassure subscribers that they were okay. But after that video, they vanished again. And it's been 5 years since they made a YouTube video. This next case involves an investigation for murder. Kyle Myers. Kyle Myers launched FPS Russia in 2010, and his videos were hard to forget.
Hello, my friends, it's FPS Russia again.
Kyle filmed himself testing real guns and explosives. These weren't just any weapons. They were sophisticated and powerful.
I don't even know
to make
this
it
guy.
more entertaining, he played a character named Dmitry. Since Dmitry was supposed to be Russian, Kyle used a Russian accent in every video.
So I had a lot of fun today showing you guys the 3 different weapon classes.
It was dangerous, but that was part of the appeal.
So
By
he wasn't
2012,
actually-
FPS Russia was one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube.
What
Kyle
the-
was the face of the channel, but there was someone else behind the scenes making it all possible, and that man was about to lose his life. Keith Ratliff was Kyle's business partner. More importantly, he was the guy who got the weapons for the YouTube videos. Keith was able to get the weapons because he had a federal firearms license. Without him, the channel couldn't have used that kind of gear, because those powerful weapons were illegal for private purchase in the US without that special license.
Wow.
Keith also owned a gun store and sometimes helped plan the videos. Then one day, he was gone. In January 2013, Keith Ratcliffe was found lifeless in his office. Someone took his life.
They observed what they believe a white male had a wound, and he was inside his office. And at this time, it is still an ongoing case.
There were no signs of
What
forced
the-
entry. Also, the office was filled with guns, but Keith didn't use any to defend himself. Considering this, police believe the person who took Keith's life
He knew the person who killed him.
was someone he trusted. He probably let them in himself, not knowing what was coming. The mystery led to a flood of conspiracy theories. Some in the comment section even pointed fingers at Kyle, even though there was no proof. The case was never solved, but once Keith was gone, FPS Russia started to fall apart. About a month after the incident, Kyle returned to YouTube.
And we're back in action. So as many of you know, we lost a member of the team about a month ago, but I felt like it was time to get back into the swing of things.
Nasty, nigga. What the fuck? It's not like you don't care at all.
Kyle tried to keep the channel going, but things were about to get bumpy. About a month after the channel resumed, federal agents raided Kyle's home where he filmed his YouTube videos. They suspected he was using explosives without the right paperwork. Kyle was never charged, but the message was clear. The authorities were watching him. After that, Kyle took a 9-month break from the channel. When he returned, the momentum was gone. Old fans drifted away, and YouTube's new rules made it harder to monetize this kind of content.
Yeah.
In April 2016, Kyle released what would be his final video. He was reviewing flamethrowers. After that, Kyle disappeared from YouTube. But a year later, he made headlines again, and not for a good reason. Kyle was arrested on substance-related charges. He was facing 25 years in jail, but he took a plea deal. In 2019, he served 2 months behind bars and paid a $7,500 fine.
Yo, it'd be crazy the deals that you can get. You're facing 25 years. You take a plea deal, you serve 2 fucking months, and pay $7,500. And just like that, you're scot-free from 25 years in prison.
For him, the real punishment came after. As a convicted felon, Kyle could no longer legally own firearms in the US. And since FPS Russia was all about firearms, that meant he couldn't make any more videos. FPS Russia still exists with more than 6 million subscribers and over 100 videos. But nothing new has come out in years. The cops never found out who took Keith's life. But many fans believe that if Keith were still alive, the channel would be too. In this next case, a YouTuber was playing with danger so much that it finally caught up with him. Elliot Eastman. In 2023, Elliot Eastman left Vermont and moved to the Philippines. Then he started a YouTube channel to document his life as an American living abroad. He looked happy, but he didn't realize his videos were putting him at risk. The first problem,
showing exactly where his house is, exactly where he goes every day,
was where he was filming his videos. During his travels in the Philippines, Elliot ended up in a coastal town called Cebuco. That's where he filmed most of his YouTube videos. But although Cebuco looked peaceful, it was actually dangerous. Cebuco was deep in what travelers call the red zone. It was a high-risk area in the southern Philippines known for kidnappings and armed attacks. In the past 10 years, about 40 Westerners have been kidnapped from the red zone. The US government repeatedly warned Americans not to go there. But Elliot ignored that warning. He didn't just live in Cebuco. He married a local woman. Elliot filmed himself doing everyday stuff like swimming in the ocean and cooking.
I'm just cooking now.
It'd be crazy if she backdoored him, bro. It'd be crazy if she backdoored him, bro.
Sweet dinner.
Potato fried.
And it's the salt and pepper. Tomorrow we're gonna go swimming. It's definitely different here. See this little crack in the wall here?
Because the red zone was so dangerous, Elliot was the first foreigner to live there in a long time. Just being there made him a target, but what Elliot did next made things worse. On YouTube, Elliot asked viewers to send him PayPal donations to support his life.
No. If your shit is not a business account on PayPal, it shows niggas where you are. Like your exact city.
But that wasn't all. He also started a money lending business. He lent money to locals and they paid him back with 20% interest. But Elliot didn't keep it private. He talked about the profits he was making right on YouTube.
The guy we lent money to, we returned our money. We lent him $21,400 and he came back with $23,500. So a little extra.
People in Cebuco were watching. They saw how much he was making, and that's when the warnings began. Locals began warning Elliot's family. They said people were planning to kidnap him.
People coming here to tell my family that there's people that want to kidnap me or they're threatening to kidnap me or stuff like that, like every day.
Then his story.
If that were fucking me, if I was in a country in a red zone, first of all, if I knew it was a red zone, I wouldn't fucking move there, but that's besides the point. If I was in a fucking red zone and a local came to me and said, hey, bro, they planning on kidnapping you, I'm out the same fucking day. Broad daylight, by the way. I'm out the same fucking day. I don't give a fuck about any of the belongings here. As long as I got my computer and shit. You know what? Fuck it. If I got money, like this nigga had $23,500 from loaning money and then like, you know, donations from YouTube and shit. I'm just buying a new PC. I'm just gonna buy a new PC. Again, this is my life I'm talking about, bro. I'm out of there. Same day. I will drive my car that I bought there to the airport, my damn self, with very little items that I can survive in another country while I get new stuff and all of that with. I don't give a fuck if those niggas want to tow my car. I don't give a fuck if they want to junk it. I'm not coming back.
Before it got robbed, Elliot started to sound nervous during live streams.
I feel like I've been staying in this area for so long to the point where people, I don't even know if people like me anymore. Maybe they want bad things to happen to me now.
Even his wife was scared. She refused to go anywhere with him unless other people were there. Something was clearly wrong. In mid-2024,
come on,
Elliot
bro. Your wife is even going crazy. Nigga, y'all gotta move out the country, bro. Move out the country.
Back to the US for work, but he couldn't stay away. He returned to Cebuco to visit his wife.
Oh, dude, you made it out and then you went back.
that choice would be his last. On October 17th, Elliot went live in a video from Cebuco. It sounded like he wanted to move out of Cebuco permanently. Maybe some criminals were watching his live streams, because a few hours later, 4 men in fake police uniforms stormed his house. They were armed. Elliot tried to fight them off. Shots were fired. He was injured. They kidnapped Elliot and dragged him to a speedboat and sped off. Elliot's wife saw the whole thing happen. She called the police immediately, and somehow they tracked down the kidnappers. But Elliot wasn't with them. One kidnapper later explained what happened. He said Elliot was hurt during the kidnapping, and he passed away on the speedboat. Since they couldn't demand ransom anymore, they dumped his body in the ocean. The police searched the coastline, but Elliot's body was never recovered. Elliot found love and adventure in the Philippines, but in the end, it cost him his life. Rest in peace. This next
Fuck, man. Reason, what reason is this? This is reason 500 million of why, 600 million of why I don't want an IRL stream, bro. Like I said, it's gonna be occasions you see me IRL stream. If a nigga go to DreamCon, if a nigga go to Berleezy Ball, bro. And I will not be filming my fucking location, bro. Hell nah.
YouTuber was an inspiration to millions of young people until it ended in tragedy. Grant Thompson. Grant Thompson was so popular that just one of his videos got over 48 million views. His channel was called The King of Random. Grant made videos about hacks and mad science experiments.
I feel like I may have seen... Oh my... Justine?
Guys, welcome back to the lab. Today we're trying another one of those experiments you really shouldn't try at home.
One of his biggest hits was a tutorial on how to make gummy candy.
For this video, I'm going to show you how to take a few simple ingredients and make mountains and mountains of your own custom gummy candies at home.
Grant made science look like magic, and viewers loved it. He amassed 11 million subscribers and 2.5 billion views. But all that success came at a cost. By early 2017, Grant was exhausted. He was working 12 to 18 hours a day. He flew planes as an airline pilot by day, then came home to film videos at night. His health began to suffer.
There was a period of about 1.5 years where I was working so hard on making videos, and there was like a crushing weight on my chest, so heavy.
Long hours at the computer caused terrible back pain, but he didn't stop filming.
You didn't even know that though. I kept putting out videos every single week, and I was in excruciating pain.
Then in late 2018, Grant made a bold decision.
You can see it in his eyes.
With posting videos daily.
We tried posting daily videos,
right?
And that pushed us to the max because we were literally all day and all night and up till 4 in the morning working on videos to post every day.
Yeah.
Grant was running on fumes. He hired a team to help, but it was still a ton of work. Then Grant found something that helped him unwind from the pressure. In early 2019, Grant discovered paragliding.
No.
He called it his new obsession. Paragliding takes years to master, but Grant had just 5 months of experience. On July 29th, 2019, he went paragliding alone in Washington County, Utah. He took off in the evening, but
you didn't want to go
came,
at least with your wife or something?
Came back. His worried family called the police.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office in Utah received an urgent call regarding an overdue paraglider who had gone off the radar near Sand Hollow State Park. The caller told officials that the paraglider should have landed an hour earlier and that he was unable to be reached on his cell phone.
Search teams tracked his phone. By morning, they found his body in the park. He crashed. Next to him was the camera he used to record the flight. The footage showed everything. The weather suddenly changed. A strong wind pulled him down. His main parachute collapsed. Grant tried to open his backup parachute, but there wasn't enough time. It was heartbreaking. One of YouTube's best teachers was gone. He was only 38. The King of Random channel is still going strong. Grant's team kept it alive, making exciting science videos. Grant Thompson may be gone, but his legacy lives on. Some of these creators were in the wrong place at the wrong time, but others chased content into dangerous places. In an attempt to go viral, they lost much more than fame. My friends, I'll leave you with this. Views are never worth your life. Visual.
Exactly. It's never worth your life. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not worth the life, bro. Shit, bro. Because think about it this way, bro. You get the views, but you're dead. So how do you even fucking, benefit from it? You know what I'm saying? You can go viral by just making videos in your fucking room, bro. Like, I've had viral TikToks, and here I am. I've had a viral Instagram reel, almost has 1 million. Shit going crazy. It was going crazy. Here I am in my room. I don't know, man. That shit was kind of heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. 2, 3 maybe? 3 deaths, maybe? Shit, dude.